Charlie?
I don't know, but I don't like the looks of that tunnel up there. Hey, Wonka, I want off!
Round the world and home again. That's the sailor's way.
I don't like this ride, Daddy.
Wonka, do me a favor. Tell those creatures to stop paddling back there.
We're going too fast. We're going to sink. I know it. Why doesn't he stop the boat?
Faster!
Hang on, darling. Just close your eyes and hang on tight.
What is this, a freak out?
Hey, this isn't funny, Wonka!
You can't possibly see where you're going, Wonka.
You're right. I can't.
Boy, what a great series this would make.
Wonka.
This is kind of strange.
Yeah, strange, Charlie, but it's fun.
This is terrific.
How much to get off the boat, Wonka?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
I can take a joke, but this has gone too far.
Tell our little guy to turn us around, Wonka!
Ah, now I am gonna be sick.
It'll be
Couldn't be.
There's no earthly way of knowing
He's singing.
which direction we are going. There's no knowing where we're rowing or which way the river's flowing. Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is a hurricane a-blowing? Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing. Are the fires of hell a-glowing? Is the grisly reaper mowing? Yes! The danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing!
Oh, make him stop, Daddy!
Wonka, this has gone far enough. Quite right, sir. Stop the boat.
We're there.
Sicko Lord.
Sicko Lord.
Sicko Lord.
Are you ready to take a deep dive into Willy Wonka's rabbit hole?
Oh, you know me, David. I love diving in Willy Wonka's
Oh.
rabbit holes.
Oh. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling like I want to investigate all of Willy Wonka's holes personally. You know? What about yourself?
I feel like pretty lethargic, pretty grimy.
Yeah, I mean, I told you, I'm really like, if I work out, like it really amps me. Like there's science behind it. Like if you're working out, like your blood's flowing and pumping and shit at all kinds of speeds, but like it just makes me a crazy man. Like I could be lethargic, but like, and if you stay slow, you will stay slow. But if you stay fast, like, you know, like a body in motion stays in motion. Once I get going, I'm going.
Hold on. What's going on? What's up with you?
What's up with you?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I got my Frosty the Snowman thing here.
So we're doing a giveaway, right?
We are doing a giveaway.
Do
I
you
guess
want to
we could talk
explain
about
that?
it at the beginning of this video.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So the rig that I'm hitting right now is part of it.
But you have two of them, right? They're not going to get your used one.
No, they're not getting my Grimo used one. Hold on. Let me Sorry, I'm a fiend. Can you just talk about it real quick?
I mean, it's like a snowman, like fucking rig. It's pretty nice. Like, does it come with one of those carb caps, the like little snowman guy?
It does. So I'll show you the box in a second, but basically we're going to do a Hemper box giveaway because they sent me a second one because they're dummies. Don't tell them, but I'm telling you. But this is it. You know, it's Frosty the Snowman. You're going to get the banger. You're also going to get a bowl. And Frosty the Snowman carb cap, which is really fucking cool that it comes with a carb cap, a bowl, and a banger. Like, it's a nice piece. Like, I don't know how I can, like, here's a water bottle next to it for size. Like, I would ideally use it for dab. And I think they definitely want you to use it for dab because they're giving you the carb cap with it. but it could be used either way. It's pretty big, so you could totally load it up and use it like a bomb. But this is it. This is the box. I'm just
Hemper.
gonna open it.
Hemper
for you.
giveaway, baby.
Hemper giveaway. Check that out.
So what else does it come with besides that rig?
That's a surprise for them.
That's a surprise. They get a surprise little bundle.
There's look at that. So I'm showing you. This is the rig right here. It's brand new. It's packed up perfectly. I know exactly what's in here, but I think the rest of it should be a surprise. There's just the main highlight is the fact that you're going to get the rig, you're going to get a carb cap, you're going to get a bowl. So if you don't have a rig, that's a free rig. That's a free bong for you. It's a nice piece. Me, who has nice ass pieces like this, like check this out. I have this MJ Arsenal, which was pretty damn expensive. And then this one, they're not heady glass pieces, but they're like fine ass glass pieces for like specific nice little dabs. I still love using this Hemper one. So, we'll put some details of how to enter for the giveaway in our Instagrams and stuff like that. So
you'll know what we demand of you soon.
Yeah, you'll know soon enough what we demand of you. We will also put it in the bio of this, what we demand of you, if you're interested in said giveaway. But
we're going to demand a lot. Like, we want your souls.
I want a used pair of underwear. I don't care.
From men.
Yep,
from like 40-year-old like men.
I don't care if it's shit stains, cum stains, you jerking off with lotion and you're getting lotion on your underwear. I want used underwear, but the rest of the demands will be on our Instagrams. So go make sure that you're following our Instagrams, which are in the bio of this video. But anyway, we want to talk about some current events and stuff today.
Hey, you got one?
Well, I'm interested
to hear. There's a lot
of
craziness going on.
Yeah, I got a couple ones. You want to just start off with what happened today?
Yeah, that woman got shot.
What woman got shot?
When they stormed the building.
Really, they shot?
And she died, yeah.
I did not know that they shot and killed
probably
somebody.
Recently. It's sickening, right?
Yeah, I mean, I stopped paying attention to it because it's just like, it's so terrible. Like, it's
a false flag operation.
I mean, I don't know exactly what that means, but it's such a tragedy to our nation to see both of these sides like fighting. I saw a meme today.
No, like a false flag is like it's like a tactic used. Like the government is actually behind the people who are storming into there just to like cause a ruckus and like cause chaos.
Interesting. What I will say, and what a lot of people did point out today, which would agree with your idea there, is there was no fence. And for some reason, they kept saying how they had a lack of police officers around the White House and on duty and stuff like that.
Because they already knew it was going to happen.
But that's not what it looked like in the summer. That's not what the White House and shit like that. That shit was all fenced. And there was not militias, because that's the wrong word, but there was an army of officers and stuff like that. It was just fucking nuts, bro. It was fucking nuts. My mom was telling me.
She was telling me that on like Twitter or something, Mike Pence changed his like background to like, he unfollowed Donald Trump on Twitter and he changed his background to like Kamala Harris and like Joe Biden, like the Twitter background, and he was wearing a blue tie today.
That's a man who wants to win the presidency in 4 years.
That's a man that is a lizard.
That's a man, yeah, who's like, I'm a politician. That is my job. If I go down with this Trump shit, I'm going to be gone for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear Trump speak?
No, not much of what he said.
He spoke today, and I only heard a bit of it because I was at PT when this was unfolding, and we were all watching it on the TV. She always has the TV on, and normally it's like a novella, which I love, because I get to ride on the bike and watch the TV for a little bit because she yells at me. She says, no phones. And I tell her, listen, I'm texting my mom. She says, put the phone down. I don't care if it's your mother. And I say, listen, if I tell my mother that, she's going to come here and she's going to give you a good what for. So Barbara, my PT lady, don't be disrespecting my mother. But anyway, on the novella TV, they had the Trump stuff today. And what Trump was saying was like, I only heard a little bit of it, like I said, but he basically was like, he didn't concede his loss. He's like, it's a landslide victory and they stole it from us. He said that again. Mad fucking dumb. Stop saying that, dude. Stop saying that. Like, unless it's like, he might be right. That's the thing. Is like, I don't believe he's right. And this is what the shapeshifters have picked for us. Maybe he knows that the shapeshifters decided we're not having this Trump shit again. But you think the shapeshifters did? I mean, there's probably multiple teams of shapeshifters, don't you think?
Yeah, I think there's just a sickening plot going on.
I don't disagree with the sickening plot idea. Well, the war from within. But yeah, no, he didn't denounce his loss, but then he did tell them, he's like, go home in peace. You know, so it was a little bit of a mixed message. But basically the protesters were like, you know what? This is bigger than Trump. This is our house. You know, we deserve to be in there and shit like that. Crazy stuff, bro. Where do they find these fucks?
You know, they have like websites to like hire protesters. And,
I know
what to wear and like do shit.
I get emails about this shit. Like
they want you to be one, Alec. You'd be the perfect one. You got nothing to lose, nothing to live for.
No job. Listen, no,
I'll be out there. I'll be out there throwing bricks with you. I mean, the police are supplying the bricks right there. They're pulling up in forklifts with them.
That was what the craziest shit of this whole thing was. When they were showing the brick pallets that were like placed, like people were like filming it and they were like, so we showed up and there's just a pallet of bricks here. We looked around and there's like no construction, but like who left this pallet of bricks just like chilling?
Scary. They know.
Like what's going on with the pallets of bricks? And then it's like, you know, it's kind of like you want chaos to ensue, so you have a reason to control and like harm these individuals, like the like snatching them up in vans and shit like that.
Scared people are easier to manipulate.
Yeah, I mean, you have so much chaos. I mean, think about it. The biggest thing that I was saying is like, you know, you're protesting so much about like horrible things that police do to you, yet all of you guys are out in the streets, and how many of you have probably died or been incarcerated because of this? You know, it's just an abomination. You know, I'm looking at the screen and I'm shaking my head. You know, I'm just like in awe of how terrible and horrible. We've all been bad boys. All right. Every single one of them is a bad boy and girl. Everybody who did the ones in the summer, you know, also not so good. Nobody should be doing that shit. I mean, nobody's got a job. People got to get to work or some shit. I don't know. Us included.
Yeah, to wake up, get a job. That's literally why it was 3 p.m. I was awoken to, my mom said she opened the back door because she was taking out the dog, and she came in from the back door and she heard my alarm going off for like hours. I just wasn't waking up to it. And she was like, wake up, like get a job. And she like flicked on the light and I like hopped out of bed and I was like, oh. Literally, because when you wake up, it's like, oh, I was being a sick beast last night.
Yeah, I usually could go right back to sleep after I wake up. It's interesting you slept through your alarm. I started doing that, but like I wake up to text messages.
I mean, I don't hear it. It's not like I just...
Is it your iPhone one though?
Yeah.
I had the same alarm and then like I would stop like waking up to it. So then I changed it to like a song and then I would just be like dreaming that the song was going on. But like when somebody texts me, I wake up.
Did you see the blue UFO that crashed in the water?
Yeah, no, I mean I didn't, but I hear you would love to tell me about such a blue UFO.
I don't know. I'll look it up where it was right now.
It's crazy how many.
I think it was in Hawaii. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just trying to fill, but
no, just go.
You know, how there were how much this alien shit is ramping up, you know, and it's also interesting to connect those two things. What you said earlier about this being a false flag. So alien shit ramping up. But this whole time the alien shit's been ramping up. It's been suppressed in the mainstream media by all kinds of everything else because the world is going to hell. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
bright blue UFO seen crashing into ocean near Hawaii prompts call to 911. It's pretty crazy.
Bright blue UFO.
Mm-hmm. I saw it.
Make sure to throw a picture in the corner.
I'm going to throw up a clip of it.
What is that?
This video was taken by Misitina Sape at 8:26 Tuesday night near Haleakala Avenue in Nanakuli. Not long after, a woman named Mariah spotted the same thing.
Then there's another thing that I took a screenshot of.
What are they saying though? They have pictures of it? Like, how did the
Yeah,
government?
there's a video.
They're not trying to hide it at all then, huh?
Oh
Did they
yeah. Joe Rogan posted on his Instagram, a Harvard professor says an alien visited in 2017 and more are coming. It was like an article by the New York Post.
He's crazy. He has meetings with some of the like scariest people you could imagine monthly about UFOs. He's part of this crazy thing going on. He's crazy, man. He's very scary. I don't know what he's going on. He might be an alien.
And then the Nashville bomber.
I know. I
But
don't understand.
the thing is, like, they said he died, like, in the blast. Like, how convenient is that for them? You know?
Incredibly convenient. I mean, you said that he didn't die in the blast, but
I
I'm
think
pretty
that
sure
they just made up. You know, they just took a random guy that was meager, like, killed him. And then they're like, yeah, you know, like, whatever agent we have, go send him on this mission. And then they take his body. Oh, he died in the blast.
I don't not believe that. I mean, you know, with the JFK thing, right? Not Jack Ruby.
That's
Jack
what
Ruby
they're gonna
was,
do to us, bro. They're gonna see, like, one day they'll stumble across these podcasts and they'll be like, oh, look at these crazy fucks, bro. Like, I bet they'll do something like that. Then they send 2 fucking men in black to our house, scoop us up, bro, fucking kill us, and then use our names and, like, you know, bodies in, like, a fucking terrorist attack.
Well, then I could be Patrick, so that's fine. If they come and no, not if they kill us. Not if they kill us.
Yeah, no. We got nothing we can do there, bro.
No, there's no Patrick or Squidward. Then it's just death.
But the thing is, I
peace.
put it right here. So whoever's watching knows that if whatever happens, they know. But yeah, they're saying that the Nashville bomber's bizarre writings reveal belief in aliens and lizard people. And then they use the funniest picture of the lizard people. Like, I'll show it. It's literally just like actual lizards, like cropped onto like nice business. Like,
I think
dudes
I
in
saw that
business
picture.
suits.
Oh,
Yeah,
you sent me that. Yeah,
that's
that
funny.
was so silly. I thought that was just some like YouTube shit or whatever. But you know, it's really interesting. They said originally they were like, I mean, there was definitely somebody killed. I mean, because they were like, they found the remains in the truck and they weren't sure if it was him or not. And then they were sure that it was him. I mean, the most interesting thing about it is the fact that, you know, he didn't kill any people. Not only did he not kill people, but the truck played a warning for, you know, people to not be killed. You know, this van will detonate in 15 minutes, like clear the blast radius or something like that. So there's got to be an ulterior motive. There's something here that he wanted. And you're probably right, pointing to reptilians and aliens, but there's clearly something going on because he didn't want to kill people.
Yeah.
You know, you would think that a crazy nut like that would kill people. I mean, look at all the other crazy nuts. They were like, fuck it, I'm just going to shoot a bunch of people. You know, it's terrible. But like this guy didn't want to kill people. He wanted to send a message in a different way, you know?
Do you have any other current events?
I mean, still though, you know, so you really think it has to do with the alien shapeshifters though? You think that's what because wasn't he in front of the AT&T building?
I'm not sure the details like that, but I just believe that it's very convenient for him to, like I was saying, have died in the blast.
Yeah, have
like,
died.
I feel like throughout history, the government, like, you know, CIA, like, you know, like black ops programs, whatever, they just like scoop up dudes like that and use them, like, you know, Jack Ruby assassination, like things like that.
That's what I'm saying. He was a normal person, but when they talked to him, he was seen by the same guy that was experimenting on Charles Manson in the MK Ultra experiments.
Yeah,
the same doctor that saw them, who was working, which MK Ultra is acid experiments. Look into it if you want to hear more about it, because everybody's talked about it. But
they probably do that shit. They probably scoop up these dudes and use their MK Ultra powers, secret
manipulate
acid.
their brains.
Yeah.
Because the point of that was for mind control. Like they wanted to control people's minds with acid and stuff. So like you could get this fucking crazy guy to go do that. Well, you could get a normal guy to be a crazy guy, to go do
Have
something
you played
like
through
that.
the Black Ops 1 campaign?
No, I've never played through that.
It's so dope because, like, you haven't played World at War either, have you?
What about Raul Menendez? That's Black Ops 2, right?
Yeah, but in Black Ops 1, like, you're just this dude and you know, it's like set in Vietnam and everything, and you're part of like the United States, and you're literally like brainwashed by the Russians, and they're like, the numbers, Mason, the numbers, but like,
Who are you people? What do you want from me?
You want the numbers, Mason. That's all we've ever wanted.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus.
it's like that, like the sleeper agents and shit, and like you literally hallucinate this guy that's not there. It's wonderful.
I mean, that's why I tell you, like, it's fun, but like, you know, the more and more of this stuff that I find, and it's like what I'm saying, you know, think about this logically. If you were to do this as a person, to go drive a bus, to have a warning, you have a plan, and your plan wasn't to kill people. So it's a deeper plan. There's a scheme going on in his head that we're unsure about. They're pointing to aliens and shapeshifters, which are two things that are very scary. But the more scary things that I learn about, what I'm saying is it's just horrifying, and it's really fucking with me. But I mean, you get what I'm saying. Like, there's a seriously sinister plot that dude had, you know? It's not a simple mind. Like, cause think about it. So you really hate your life. Wouldn't you just, I mean, if you're going to do something like that, and it's terrible, I would never do anything like that. And it's really horrible to do something like that. But could you think of, like, what would you do? Like, you could blow up a building. You could drive that truck into a building and blow that building up. And, you know, but not, why would you have the 15-minute timer? The 15-minute timer allows somebody to get away with doing anything. It allows all people to clear a blast radius. But what did he catch? What weren't they able to do in 15 minutes that he was able to affect is something that is he's got a plot going on.
I do believe there is a sinister plot.
You know, there's a sinister schemed plot at hand.
I like sinister plots.
I know you do, and you know how I feel about this. The more sinister schemes that I find out about, the more I'm just horrified. And that's why it's so nice to just hide on Minecraft in the basement, because it's just like the real world is just a frightening, frightening place.
Yeah, I can't believe that lady died. She was an Air Force vet from California.
Yeah, I didn't know that somebody
Ashley
shot somebody.
Babbitt killed that protester killed at Capitol.
That's fucking terrible. Not really a current event, but have you ever heard of, man, what the fuck is her name? Something, I Googled this beforehand because I wanted to bring this up because I heard about this. Elizabeth Holmes.
No, who is that?
So Elizabeth Holmes was one of the richest people. She was like, you know, up there with Jeff Bezos and like Bill Gates. She was like the first woman, like billionaire to be like on that list. But like basically her whole thing was a scheme. She never was smart. And like, if you watch a video clip of her, like she talks in a fake voice and she's just an absolute crazy person that was like doing tests on people's blood and things. But she like faked making billions of dollars and like fucked up people's lives and stuff. And I'm pretty sure she's in jail now, but you know, I don't know. I don't know where I wanted to go.
Dude, she looks terrifying. Would you have sex with her?
Yes. That's not the question though. Of course I would.
But that's my question.
Well, David, you know, I'm a spry young little boy and I would fuck almost anything. You know, if somebody got close enough to me and, you know, had showered, you know, if they smell nice, you know, man, woman, attack helicopter, you know, I'd fuck anything. You know, I have a hard time, like gay people like come up to me and I have a hard time like not flirting with them just because it's fun. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with my head, but you know, a good friend of mine just said I'm a horny little boy and I would talk to anything walking. Sloan said that actually. I just want to be loved, you know, dude. I just want to stick things in holes and shit, man.
Willy Wonka's a good movie, right?
You know, I like it. It's kind of scary.
I know it's scary. I like the scary.
It's not like my favorite movie because it's not really like fun, you know?
I think it's fun. I like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is all right, but like we've talked about this kind of before.
You're saying the original one.
Yeah,
is
the
one
original, because like the practical effects are just like so much better than the 3D. Like as a kid, like I loved looking at all the candy and I was like, oh, that looks so fucking good. I wish I could eat that. That probably tastes amazing.
No, I'm 100% on board with that. The practical effects in that, you know, make that movie so much. I mean, it's a better movie overall, you know, for so many reasons. Even though Johnny Depp does a good job with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like the dude, and I don't know what that guy's name is, who played the original Willy Wonka, will always be Willy Wonka.
Dude, he is such a beast.
He's a sicko. Like that shit at the end with the office. I really should rewatch the movie because I haven't seen it in a long time. And there's probably a lot of psychological stuff going on there that I never picked up on as a kid.
Yeah.
That's not why I imagine
a movie review on it.
That you like it. Yeah, that'd be funny. But like the scene where they walk in the beginning and stuff like that, it's mad cool.
Tune in for the Candyland video.
Yeah, tune in for that and for everything else. Tune in for my OnlyFans account as well.
Yeah, and his Pornhub and his Brazzers and his...
Yeah, I'll be licking women's feet. And then I'll be spinning it on a man's foot and then licking that back up and then spitting that into somebody's mouth. No, that is not gonna... Yes, actually, I'm sorry. Willy Wonka, though. I mean, you know, it's just a scary thing. Like, I prefer, like, a movie, and, like, I do like a good, scary movie. Like, we've talked about Apocalypse Now a couple of times now, right?
Yeah.
And how I talk about how scary that is from a psychological standpoint. But, like, I would have never understood. Like, I saw that as a kid, and I never understood it, you know? But now I understand it. So I probably never understood Willy Wonka, you know? But, like, I just prefer, like, something funny, something light, or like a faraway fantasy land.
Do you like the Grinch? Like the both of
I don't
them?
really I don't really like Christmas movies. Yeah, no, I definitely, you know, it's weird because The Cat in the Hat is a really fun movie and The Grinch is very similar to The Cat in the Hat.
I had this game for the PS2 and it was the Cat in the Hat game, like based on the movie, and dude, it was so fucking good because like it was so trippy as a kid. I loved it. Another good game was the Madagascar game. That was fire.
What were those on? Your PS2?
The Madagascar was on a lot. I think they're on like all platforms, but I played.
But you played them on your PS2.
Yeah, and then the Madagascar I played on my GameCube.
Was that the first? Well, we talked about first video games, but PlayStation 2. I remember going over to some kid's house. I think I was in second grade, and we would play Lego Star Wars.
It's pretty fire. In second grade.
Yeah.
I remember in second grade, I was like asking this kid, like, I was like, how'd you get those Halo? Like, this kid was telling me he had like Halo action figures. And like, as a kid, like, I never understood the concept that like they would actually make like action figures for like a video game or something. And I was like, oh, word, like, you should totally invite me over. And I had like fantasies of like robbing him blind for all of them. Yeah. Well,
Raiden.
I have, well, not, I should get it. This one's fire.
Woo titty!
Sick bastard.
That's Halo. Look at my sicko. Woo titty!
Yeah, I like that guy.
Check out the Minecraft videos if you want to see that guy.
What about the Boba Fett shit?
Nope, that's not a. Hold on, I'll get it for you. It's right here.
Is it in a glass? No. Did it take you a while to build it?
This is the Boba Fett ship. I mean, a lot of it is like still intact.
Yeah.
You know, so like it shouldn't be terribly hard for me to rebuild it because like these things just take like an hour. But it's just like, you know how you feel like if you already built something, like you just don't want to build something again. You know?
Yeah. I used to always have battles with my action figures as a kid. And, like, it was a theme for me to like you know, the villain would like I'd kill off the villain and then he'd come back. Like everyone would always come back to life, you know, and like bigger and stronger. And then like the villain would team up with the good guys, and then there's an eviler villain, and then they all team up, and then there's even it just like keep growing and growing and growing.
It's interesting that you would have a plot like that. It's very interesting because a lot of people don't have like a concept like that. I used to do that a lot with Legos. I mean, I always played with Bionicles a lot.
Yeah, that was fire. I had a Bionicle game too for the DS.
Yeah, the Bionicles were mad fucking cool because like those were action figures that had like crazy swords and there were like the colors and stuff.
There's
and,
like themes to them too. They're like elemental.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you had like your blue one, your red one, like there were all the colors. Yeah, you had your fire, your water, and like they had comic books that I would read behind them. The Bionicles were mad cool. Mad cool. Those were action figures that you could like mess with. You could build different ones too.
Ninjago.
No.
I was never into.
I mean, I was too old by the time Ninjago started coming around. But
I'm sure kids like that.
Yeah, Matthew really liked that because he was young. But I remember like having those tops, like, and doing that with Matthew a little bit, like when they first came out because they were like tops and stuff. They've been doing Ninjago for like 10 years now.
Have you ever?
They're still making the sets.
Have you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh cards or like Pokemon with kids?
I used to play Pokemon with kids. You're jumping all over the place. You keep going to new topics, and I keep wanting to say things about the topics that
go
we were
back.
on. I forgot what I wanted to say about something.
Was it about the?
I wanted to the Pokemon cards, but there was something that you said that I really wanted to say something about.
We were talking about Bionicles.
Oh, but the action figures, like I would always I always did that. Like you were saying that. Like I had I still have it at my mom's house, and I'll probably get it back because I've been asking her to give me all my boxes of Legos back. But like I built I took like basically a beer pong table and I glued down those 8x12 like green Lego brick mats to it. And then I had one of the castle themed base things. Like, do you remember, you know what I'm talking about a little bit?
Yes.
Like the flat the castle thing that's like kind of bumped, but it's like a thing that you would put on the ground, you know? So like it would fit with the green, like 12x12 stud, like things like mats, like they were flat on the bottom. So we glued that all to the table. And bro, I would set up the craziest like dioramas of like war strategies and stuff. And just like you're saying, all kinds of stories of like, who is this guy and what is he doing, and giving these people like real like characters and stuff.
Every time, like when my mom and dad like got divorced, like a little after, like we would go see my dad, and he was just like living on his own, you know, and like he didn't really know what to do, you know, like when you're a dad fresh off like divorce, like I feel like shit hits you hard, you know, and like we would just like mess around at his house. And because he like lived down the street, he moved down the street from us, and I remember
that's sickening.
That it is sickening. It is very sickening, but
that's very sickening.
We'll go on. We would load up like cardboard boxes with like pillows and like blankets and everything, and like if I had one, I'd even like put on a helmet, or like I'd wear like a pillow around me, and I'd go in the cardboard box, and like he just pushed me down the stairs in it. And like I'd go tumbling. It was so much fun, but it was mad scary.
I mean, that sounds mad scary. Me and my dad used to, my dad, by the way, doesn't let my mom like know where we live and stuff. She knows where we are now, but for the longest time, he's like, don't let her have the address. Don't ever let her come here. You know, he would never let her like drop my brothers off. Like it would always be him going to get her, or like me going to get, it was very silly. So it's funny that your dad like moved down the street, because my dad was like, fuck that. Yeah. She can't even know where I'm on the map. But where were you going? I wanted to wrap that with the next thing that you said. What was the next thing that you said after that? You said that thing about the street.
Oh, he moved down the street from us.
Oh, tumbling down the stairs.
The stairs.
Yeah, we used to watch football together, and we would throw the football, and I would jump into the couch. Which is a lot safer than tumbling down the stairs in a box.
Yeah.
But at least we weren't playing video games 24/7.
We did that. Like my dad, I remember we'd literally like, because he didn't have like curtains or anything, like because he kind of just moved in, so he would nail blankets to the windows, and we'd literally just sit there and play Xbox like for hours, bro.
You and your dad?
Yeah, we'd play Halo a lot, like all the time. Shout out this action figure. And he would always this was like around the same time frame, he'd always take like me mainly and sometimes my sister to this arcade like slash like it was like a weird place called Callaway's, and like dude, I would play all the arcade games there, and he would just like that's all he would take me. Like every time he'd pick me up, we would go to Callaway's. I'd get the chicken fingers and french fries with honey mustard, and I'd just play hella games. And I had so many tickets from all the times we went, and I got this electric scooter. It was like 100,000 tickets or some crazy number. And we get back to the house. I'm like running outside, and it like immediately breaks. Immediately.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Anything you're winning at the arcade ain't great. It ain't great. I mean, we used to
like
always
those
go to
little prizes. Sorry, go on.
No, I mean the best prize I found was like arcade, like little army men. Because me and my dad, I've said this before on a podcast, but we used to set those up with Lincoln Logs, and we would take like little like magnet balls and like tiny little balls and just like throw them and try to like you would knock down kind of like Angry Birds real life, if you will.
Yeah.
Like you have to knock down all your opponent's army men, but like you could set some army men up in like a Lincoln Log hut. But if the hut falls down with the army men, it was a really cool game. It was really imaginative because like it's funny you say you tried to play you played video games with your dad. I mean, my dad's older, I think. So, but like he's so like we've tried to play some video games with him. We used to play the tank game. Do you remember?
Yes, my dad. Yes, me. Like we would play that too because he bought us the Wii. That was a fun game.
That was a fun game.
It was a good one. The fishing one.
The fishing one. Yeah, I mean, we only really played the tank one because the other ones were kind of like wonky. I mean, the thing with the Wii is such a pain because it's like the motion thing and crap. I mean, it was also cool, but it's just like so much easier to just like have a controller. Like, I mean, I just feel, it's just nicer to play like that. But no, we played the tank game a lot. We would always, because it's a very simple game that there's a lot of strategy involved,
Yeah.
Like I like fun games that are like Call of Duty, relatively simple. Like Mortal Kombat, like relatively simple. But there's a lot of strategy. You're doing a simple task, but how you get from A to B and do that task can be done a million different ways.
That's why I like games like that, like while what's there in the game is like kind of simple and shallow. It's like the pool is smaller, but it's hella deeper. But with games that have a lot, and there's not a lot to the mechanics or anything, it's like the pool's huge, but it's like 3 feet deep everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of a good example of a game that like is like a super complicated game, but like isn't actually like fun. I mean, like I don't really play a lot of like campaigns and I guess that's a good point because campaigns are like sometimes like super complicated and stuff like that, but they're not like that fun to actually like do the gameplay. Yeah. But like the stuff like Call of Duty,
like COD campaign versus COD multiplayer.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I'm trying to think of a game specifically, but like, I guess like, if you will, like an open world game, like, I mean, it could be really fun because it's like exploration.
But there's no AI that's testing you or like challenging you super hard, in like an open world format.
It's a good point.
It's more just like bullet sponge type of enemies.
Yeah. No, and I mean, definitely campaigns is a very good point on it too. And like The Sims, I guess, like a tycoon type game is probably a really good example. There's so much fucking shit and it's mad fucking complicated, but like, is the gameplay like really that fun? Not really. You're not really doing anything.
Yeah.
But like Call of Duty, it's just simple. You're just walking around shooting people, but like, it's how you do it. And there's so much more depth to it, like you said.
Yeah. I wanted to go back to the shit we could win in the arcades. The Chinese finger traps were fun. I just want to like run through a bunch. The little mini rubber balls, those were good. I like the the sticky hand traps that you could slap girls' asses from afar with.
We did this on the podcast because I remember I said that I used to stick the finger traps in my dick and stuff like that. And I said the thing about the Army of Men, but yeah, and I
There's
said the thing
more.
about the sponge things, but no, I mean, they were good. I mean, the best thing I would get was like they started doing like Pokemon cards and stuff and like action figures. So like, you know, I started getting stuff like that. I have Sapphire in the other room. Sapphire, that's mad fucking cool. Yeah, you got both of them.
I have Ruby, but I lent it to my girlfriend. She's mad far in it, bro. Like I could see her beating it like in a few couple play sessions.
Yeah, you saw that I showed you Machamp.
Yeah.
And that's Mewtwo, which
Where's
I really like.
I want to see both the Kyogres. Yeah, that's dope.
Groudon. Kyogre's my favorite Pokemon. But this is not that great a card. But like I got a Kyogre card. It's Porygon Z. These are some ones that I've never seen before, but when you were here last night, you didn't see because they were behind the slides on the thing. I don't know who the fuck this is, but this is a sick ass card. Hoopa.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
I don't know who that is. Look at this one. Seismitoad.
I don't know who that is.
Nope, never heard of him. You know who this is. This is a pretty dope card. This whole card is like
Kirlia?
hollow like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick. And like you can see like she's a fairy now. I used to get her.
Like because I know you can get Abra in Sapphire and Ruby though, too.
Yeah,
because they both do the same job.
I liked Curla. I like because you get Ralts. It evolves from Ralts. I had to look at the card to figure out what the original one was.
Yeah.
But no, I just don't like the color yellow. That's honestly my reasoning for that. I liked the color white and green with the red. I like Curlia's look better than I like
shiny Curlia looks pretty cool. Instead of the green, it's like a teal.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. I want to get something real quick. So maybe if we have to cut this, but
facts.
There's some things. I don't think you saw the binder. Did you see the binder when you were here? Or did just Blue see the binder?
Just Blue.
I want to show you. This is the first thing I want to show you. This isn't particularly a crazy looking card.
No,
but
Manectric is dope.
This is the first Pokemon card I ever got.
Really?
I traded a kid football cards for a Pokemon card.
That's fire.
Nick Castagna, shout out my guy, gave me this Manectric for like an Eli Manning and a Derek Jeter. But this is just like a fucking sick ass card that I just like love so much. And I can't believe that I still have it, but I'm really happy about it. 2 cards just fell out of there, but whatever. I'll put those back later. So check this out. This was the generation that I grew up with. So like I did the book by like generation. So like, I don't know how can you see that?
Gen 4.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick as hell. I think I have a couple Infernapes and maybe I used to have more Torterras, but I think I traded a Torterra. Yeah, check this out. I got 2 different Infernapes. Infernape was one of my favorite guys. And this is a sick card. Both of those are sick ass cards.
Yeah, I should look at my cards and we should like go through some. I'll see if I have any doubles that maybe you'll want.
Should we just do a card video? Should I just like hide these?
Yeah, we should do a card video because we were talking about this. And I have a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well that we could put in there. Do you have any sports cards?
Not, I mean, my dad has a lot of really cool sports cards, but we don't need to do something like that.
We can get Merc on to do it. That's dope. Dialga or Palkia. Palkia's cry in game is sickening.
Because like we used to play, like we would play the games like together, like outside, and so I would always have the cards like in my pocket and stuff. So most of these are kind of fucked up. Not gonna lie.
I love Darkrai.
Darkrai, one of my favorite Pokemon. But yeah, no, I guess the rest of them I'll save for another time because there's a lot of really cool things. I just want to show you this because yeah.
No, it's fire.
I have my other gen right here. That you know very well.
Gen 3.
Check that shit out, dog. There's 2 Combuskins here. Because, yeah, I guess this one's shiny and the other one's the other one. But, yeah. I mean, this binder is... These cards were put in on the other side of that. So, there's like 3 cards. But, I mean, this is my second favorite gen. I mean, Gen 4 was just... I loved it. But I don't really have the other ones.
Yeah, I love Gen 4. Gen 4 and Gen 3 are like my two favorites.
Check this out. I don't know how old I was. Actually, I probably dated one of these.
You like dated the thing?
I have a bunch of drawings in here. I don't have any of these dated. Dumbass. Or whatever. Look at that.
Yeah, that's fire.
That's art from like years and years and years
That
ago.
could go in a museum.
Look at that. Haunter, Piplup, Turtwig.
I fuck with Haunter.
Yeah, I fuck with Haunter big time. Look at this one. Pikachu fucking zapping Turtwig. Like a crazy.
Why, bro? Why would you fuck with Turtwig like that?
You know, it was mean to me. And then look at this one. He's zapping Jirachi, or whoever the fuck that is. I don't know why I drew this one. That's a pretty good drawing of whoever that is, though. And then that's me as a crazy person with rocket boots.
I remember there's like a vending machine at like this grocery store that would have like Pokemon cards as a kid. And like I would always get them. And I got like this weird ass like symbol Mew, and like I don't have it anymore because like I got rid of all my Pokemon cards. But like, you know, I traded Alex Radcliffe a half of weed for all of his, so that's how I have all these.
I'm really happy that I kept these. I don't know why I cut this up, but there's a
Raichu,
Lucario, and a Raichu. Lucario is one of my favorite ones, or that's probably Luxray actually, because Luxray is the elite version of that. You have any idea? Now those are two favorite Pokemons. What else did we want to talk about?
I don't know. You got anything?
I mean, we could just wrap it up there.
Yeah, nice and easy.
Yeah. All right. I love crack.
Yeah, I love crack too. Willy Wonka, I love him.
Willy Wonka. Let's just real quick make sure if you like Mortal Kombat, go subscribe to my Twitch. If you like Super Smash Bros. Brawl, go subscribe to Dave's Twitch because he's going to be
Super
posting
Smash Brothers Melee, not Brawl.
I'm sorry.
Brawl's
Super
the
Smash
bad
Brothers
one.
Melee. But either way, we're uploading both of those things on our gaming channel, which is in the description.
Minecraft. Tons of Minecraft Let's Plays.
Tons of Minecraft Let's
We got
Plays.
other games that are coming. Binding of Isaac coming
Don't
in
say
the near
anything about
future.
casinos.
We have an Ark series
potential
coming.
arc.
We have
potential arc.
Fallout videos coming. We have Halo gameplay coming. We have Alex Pornhub and OnlyFans and Brazzers.
Yeah, but right now we really we're pumping out Minecraft.
Yeah,
we're
lots
pumping
of
out
Minecraft.
Melee. We're pumping out
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
We
So
have the
if-
Hemper giveaway, and we'll tell you what we demand.
Yep, but make sure you go look at all our things because we're posting all that stuff on our Twitch and we're streaming a lot. So you guys should go check out both of our Twitches and follow
Both of our Twitches, both of our
all kinds of
YouTubes,
different
our
contents.
Instagrams, our TikToks, our
Yep.
OnlyFans,
Our OnlyFans.
Clash of Clans.
Yep, David has a Clash of Clans. Play with David because he needs to win the clan
Dude, I need
wars
to
with
win the
everybody.
I know your mom just died and you're at the funeral, but please attack in the clan war. You know those memes?
Oh no, I've never seen
It's
that.
like I know like something super tragic just happened to you, but like, yo, you need to attack in the clan war.
I thought you were saying like that about like Dylan or somebody was like
Nah,
saying
Dylan, that's what
yo, like I
happened to
can't
Dylan.
attack in the clan war like my mom died.
Ascension 7 15 1 2 19 7 25 6 13 6 7 15 14 0